that. But Karen, let me just get your sense about these business roundtable CEOs meeting with the president. For them, it's been pay dirt, right? I mean, they saw their tax rates dramatically slashed, and it showed up in their stock prices, showed up in the activity and the expansion plans that they were making last year at this time. What's interesting, and maybe this touches on Andrew's point, even they're talking about cooling it on that spending this year. And I'm wondering if the whole allure of the tax cut has worn off.
You know, I don't think so. I think that actually tax relief, particularly for many small businesses, is continuing to pay dividends, both in terms of their ability to invest more, the 20% deduction that they received, and just the boost that we believe tax reform has given to growth in general has really buoyed the spirits and the bottom lines of many small businesses. I mean, the issue now is how do they take advantage of the growth opportunities given they can't find the skilled employees that they need? I mean, we do have this workforce issue that needs to be resolved. And there's other issues too, like, as I mentioned, healthcare reform, lowering health coverage costs so they can better compete. And then the other good news story is that startup activity is just off the charts right now. The last quarter of 2018, we saw nearly 900,000 individuals applying for employment identification number, which is the first step to business startup.
Yeah, well,
but now the president needs.
We'll see if there's a spillover. I wish you had more time, but Tom Bevan, very quickly ending with you, getting your sense of the political fallout of all of this. I mean, and how Democrats respond to it. What do you think?
Well, look, to counter what Andrew just said, there was a poll from CNN earlier that had, 70% of folks think the economy is good or excellent. 42% think they're better off now than they were a couple of years ago. Those are great numbers for Trump. Obviously, we're 20 months out and a lot can change, but that's going to be the deciding factor because the economy is certainly going to be the #1 issue on the minds of voters. It was in 2018. Right. It's going to be again in 2020.
Guys,
can I just jump in there on one thing?
3%.
The president has said he has promised 3% growth. That's not going to happen. The White House reporting is even showing that. I think that he's in trouble here for the average working American in this country.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say you have your doubts about the president. But seriously, guys, very good having all of you. And I could see that joke really registered.